Okay, we are getting some good results that are coming through in our data. The Student Attitudes to School survey and the Staff Opinion survey both showed improvement in a number of areas. We've got a homegrown survey that we use, and I think it's this next slide. It's got 14 questions, and the right side of the screen is what people are doing in their classrooms currently, and the left side of the screen is what people see as being ideal and workable in sort of make the greatest amount of change to their classrooms. When we last conducted this, the results, when you score it, it scores between 1 and 4. The results for almost every question were between 3 and 4 on both sides. Now, on the side of what people are doing in their classroom, because I don't quite know how reliable my survey writing is, people quite possibly were just simply trying to say the right thing and be positive and please please the school improvement group. But the fact that people scored that highly on the ideal side says to us that they've stayed supportive. They've stayed supportive through the whole year and a half, and that they really believe that it can make a difference. So really, regardless of whether they're doing it in every class all the time, the fact that they really want it to work and they really believe in it is a really big step, because like most secondary school teachers, our school has a lot of people who are very cynical. And I've put a copy of that on the wiki, which Lena has for me, under Sharedays, and it's labelled Lakeside Secondary College Behaviour Management, but it's just a Word document so anybody can use it and change the questions or whatever. This is our the effective discipline policy section of our staff opinion survey. Now, I don't know, you obviously can't read it from there, but in the 2007 one, nearly all our staff answered those 4 questions in the sort of 1, 2, 3, strongly disagree through to the middle. And yet in our 2008 survey, they answered this question, except apart from the last one for some reason, from 3 through to 5. So, okay, thanks. Okay, still good. Thanks, Linda. So that is just a massive shift in people's attitude to what has been effective, and effective is the word, isn't it, John? Okay, this is how are we going to continue to embed the program. Now, for us, the AIZ came along at the perfect time, because we had a group of staff already trained, but of course we always had new staff. So when I bumped into Ramon downstairs at something else one day, he said, "You're not going to come. You've already done it all." So we sent along 2 new staff in place of our 2 learning leaders, and they did the AIZ program with Ramon. They then came back to work, and I did choose the drama teacher, and they ran a workshop for all the new staff. They included role plays in that, and a lot of a time for people to have conversations. Unfortunately, we didn't film them, and we would quite like them to do it again at the beginning of next year, and if we get that opportunity, we will film them. So that was that was how we dealt with inducting all the new staff this year. Next year, we've got a really good cluster with Maryland's and our local 3 primary schools, and we're sort of hoping to share experts on the expert at your school day, and possibly send some new staff who haven't had exposure to the expert to another school. But also those materials that we've produced will sort of, get us through that next year. Then our professional learning, we're developing a very strong professional learning team. Well, we're putting a lot of weight on the professional learning teams to do a lot of things for us. They are having discussions about all of our AIZ priority areas. At the moment for us it's mainly literacy and behaviour management, and you know, talking about how we can support each other, talking about the need for things to be consistent across the classrooms, that what happens in the classroom in the 45 minutes before you have them makes a big difference, and that there is that need for consistency. Even though you might not care if kids swear in your class, if I do, you can't send them to me in that sort of mood. And being able to say that to other people and being able to challenge people through those sort of conversations. Each one of those PLTs is led by a leading teacher. Some of the leading teachers have been to, well, 2 of us have been to the AIZ program, but all the leading teachers have been trained with Ramon.